I recognize the member for Vernon-Monashee.
Thank you, Honourable Speaker. Today I rise to move the following motion. Be it resolved that this House agrees to work to eliminate gender-based violence, support survivors, and denounce the types of cuts made by the previous government between 2001 and 2017 that put women and gender-diverse people at risk. From November 25 to December 10, governments, organizations, communities, and individuals come together to mark the 16 days of activism against gender-based violence, to rally together and demand an end to violence against women, girls, two-spirit, trans, and gender-diverse people. Every day, so many people bravely step forward to break the cycle of domestic violence, end the silence and stigma around sexual assault, and seek safety and healing for themselves and their families. We greet friends, family, and community members who have been stolen from us by violence, including thousands of Indigenous women, girls, and two-spirit people who have been murdered or who are missing. Gender-based violence occurs in all communities and cultures, women and gender-diverse people from every background, from marginalized women to even the ones in prominent positions. Indigenous women and girls, racialized people, transgender people, non-binary, and others in the 2S LGBTQIA+ community, as well as those with disabilities and seniors. They are at greatest risk of being targeted and face the most barriers accessing services. Unfortunately, many starts facing gender-based violence since their childhood. Around every 2 days in Canada, a woman or girl is murdered, most often by a man she knows. Many are reluctant to share their experiences, and they don't report due to the fear of their safety or safety of their kids, or fear of being judged or seeming vulnerable. There are many stories around us. It could be any of us facing this situation or people we know. We need to reach out and create a safe place where everyone feels safe to share their experiences before it's too late. Gender-based violence between intimate partners can sometimes start with insults or verbal abuse, financial abuse. This violence often starts with yelling, which can escalate to punching walls, throwing objects, threatening, physical violence, and even death. Many have to share space, feeling scared every day, worried and trapped with someone who regularly abuses them or their children. And gender-based violence will require all of us working together. It starts from us as an individual and as elected officials. Therefore, a government who is proud to have more than 52% strong women from diverse backgrounds recognize a responsibility to address gender-based violence. We are delivering on a plan to end gender-based violence and bring people and services together with a common goal and ensure survivors have the access to the supports they need. We have taken some initiatives like giving women who experience violence a safe place to go by investing $734 million in building transition housing in every part of the province. Between 2020 and 2021, our government provided $20 million and additional $10 million annual stable grant funding to support delivery of emergency sexual assault services in regions across the province. We now provide stable funding of $54 million annually to support more than 470 victim services and violence against women programs across the province. BC is now the first and only province in Canada to introduce free contraceptives. Our government re-established BC's Human Rights Commission, which was dismantled by the previous government in 2002, leaving BC as the only province in Canada without one. We created new paid job protected leave for people who have experienced domestic abuse or sexual violence. We've expanded women's access to childcare, education and training, affordable housing, counseling, and crisis support services, and supports for victims of domestic and sexual violence. Stopping gender-based violence is everyone's business. I really look forward to hearing from all the other members of this House in support of my motion so we can create a safe province for all women and gender diverse people. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.